welcome back to my channel. It's Brittany. Today's video is a get ready with me. Tonight I'm going to a holiday night market and it's definitely getting me very excited for the holiday season, so I hope you guys enjoy it. And I also thought this makeup would be perfect for Thanksgiving, which is so soon. Hopefully you guys can take some inspiration for this if you have any Thanksgiving dinners coming up. I used a lot of deep burnt orange colors and cranberry colors in the eyeshadow, which totally screams Thanksgiving, and I used a lot of the Too Faced Peaches and Cream collection products, especially the Just Peachy Mattes eyeshadow palette. It is so nice. I wanted to play around with some of the new makeup that I got recently and film myself getting ready, and I'm also going to show you what I will be wearing to the holiday night market tonight. So if you are new to my channel, make sure you subscribe by hitting the subscribe button below this video, and let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start out by using my Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector just to brighten up my under eyes because they are quite red from my skin being so dry. So I'm just using a beauty blender to blend that out. And then I will use the new Urban Decay All Nighter Full Coverage Waterproof Concealer. I'm using a lighter shade first. I will have the actual shades that I use in the description box below. But I wanted to really brighten up my eyes, so I'm just using a really bright one just to make myself look more awake and get rid of any redness. I really loved this concealer, and then I decided to use a slightly darker shade to conceal any redness, so the areas around my nose, any blemishes, and any other kind of areas that I just kind of want to brighten up a little bit. I also didn't feel the need to powder because it is such a high coverage concealer and it dries really quickly. And then I also realized I forgot to prime my face, so I decided to go in now with the Photo Finish Primer Water from Smashbox, just spritzing that all over my face and then moving on to foundation, which I will be using two shades from the Too Faced Peaches and Cream collection. These are called Peach Perfect Comfort Matte Foundation. I'm obsessed with these already. This was the second time that I had used it. Like I said, I just mixed two shades together and got my perfect shade, blended it out with a beauty blender, and I also didn't need to powder this. So while everything is setting down, I'm just going to use some lip balm. It's my favorite one at the moment from Skin Fix, and then just kind of moisturize while I move on to the rest of my face. So I will be filling in my eyebrows as usual. I'm using the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Ash Brown. This is my newer kind of favorite color. I used to use taupe all the time, which I still like, but I do really like this color. It's a really good shade for my brows. And then as always, I'm sure most of you could guess this step, I will be setting my eyebrows in place with the Essence Lash and Brow Gel. Again, super cheap and affordable. I say it all the time, but definitely check it out. For my eyeshadow, I'm using the Too Faced Just Peachy Mattes eyeshadow palette and taking the color Peach Butter. This is going all over both of my lids from the lash line all the way up to my brow bone, just making it a lot easier for the next shades to blend out. And I'm taking Peaches and Cream, and this is going to be a transition shade. Just putting this right into my crease, making it very soft and diffused looking. And then I will be going in with the darker shade. I'm taking the color Peach Tea. It's one of my favorites in the palette. It's really pretty, and I will be applying this right into my crease just to deepen it up, but I am using a slightly smaller crease brush so that I don't kind of just completely go over the transition color that I used. So I'm doing this a little bit on the outer corners of my eyes, but mostly focusing on the crease, and I'm also putting a tiny bit of it on my bottom lash line. This is kind of a transition for the lash line. I'm going to be using some darker colors soon. And then to darken up the outer corner and crease just a little bit more, I'm taking the shade Fresh Picked, and this is just going to really define everything, deepen it up, and provide a good base for the darkest shade that I will be using right after this. Also, every time I use a shade that's darker, I go in with a smaller brush just to make sure everything's more precise and I'm not completely covering up every single color that I use. So now I'm going in with the darkest shade, which is Peach Sangria. I really love this. It's like a cranberry red, and it's going on the very outer corners of my eyes and then slightly like halfway into the crease. And again, I went in with an even smaller like blending brush. It's quite small, which it's actually one of my favorite brushes from Luxie, and I'm just basically deepening up the outer corner, and then I will be blending the outer edges just to make sure everything is as soft and diffused as possible basically, and you can do this with a big blending brush. For the actual lid space, I'm using the Urban Decay Beauty with an Edge palette, and I'm taking this really pretty dark shimmery red, and I'm applying this right onto the very outer corners of my eyes, but I'm also leaving some of that peach sangria shade showing as well. I don't want that to be shimmery. And now I'm taking the color Starfire, which is going right in the middle of my lid. I'm just packing it right on, and I'm also slightly overlapping the edge of the red shadow that I applied just so that it blends a little bit better. And then for the brightest color, I will be using Median, is that what it is? Maiden. And I'm going to put this right on the inner corners. It's basically a nice gradient from like champagne to a burnt orange to a cranberry. I really like it, so it's going on my bottom inner corners as well, just to really brighten everything up. And then for the bottom lash line to finish it off, I'm going to be smoking out the outer corners with peach sangria. And to add a little bit more definition to my lash line, I'm using chocolate dipped on a little liner brush. This is from the Fantasy collection from Moda brushes. I did a video with them with my unicorn makeup tutorial. They're really cool, but I'm basically just applying like a thin dark brown line to my lashes, or my lash line. I do have lash extensions, by the way, and I also smoked it out a little bit so that it's softer. And I will be applying mascara to my bottom lashes. I'm using the Urban Decay Troublemaker mascara, which is only going on my bottom lashes since I still have some lash extensions left, but by all means use it on your top lashes or false lashes if you want. And for bronzer, I'm using a pure bronzer. I think this is called the Gradient bronzer, and I'm just adding some color back into my skin, kind of defining the outer edges of my face a little bit because I am so pale right now. And I'm going to be using a blush from the Tarte Blush Bazaar palette. I highly suggest checking this out at Sephora or even Tarte.com. I think they might have it at Ulta, maybe, I'm not totally sure, but definitely check it out if you're really into blushes and you want a cool blush palette. That's amazing. And then I'm going to be using one of the new Too Faced highlighters. This is one from the Peaches and Cream collection. I think it's the only shade that they have, and it is so beautiful, and it's a cream to powder finish. And then for lipstick, I'm using also a Too Faced Peaches and Cream collection lipstick. This is in the shade Sunday Funday, and it is so pretty. I feel like it's just the perfect Your Lips But Better color, and it's so creamy. I love the formula, and it smells really good. And then I will be finishing off everything with the Too Faced Peach Mist, which is also obviously part of their Peaches and Cream collection. I've heard mixed reviews about this, but I really liked it, and it smells really good. And then as always, I just like to dab a beauty blender over top after using a setting spray, and that is it for my makeup look. And now on to the outfit. I first have on this really soft sweater from H&M. I loved the pink color. And then over top of it, I have on the comfiest and coziest jacket from Free People. This is one of those like teddy bear jackets, I think they're calling them. It's huge, and oh my god, you guys need to check it out. It's so nice. And then I also have on some Levi jeans that I just got. They have like a cool seam down the middle of your leg, and they're also an ankle length, so they're kind of cropped. They will get more frayed over time, of course, as you wash them. And then I wore some little black booties from Just Fab that I think cut off at the perfect spot for the jeans, and that is it for my outfit. So that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really love filming these get ready with me videos, so if you want to see more, definitely give it a thumbs up. I hope you all have a really great Thanksgiving and entire holiday season, of course. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!